most people call me the coach, and I got with me today the one and only Miss Tammy. Should I call you Noll, or should I just call you Tammy Noll-Adams? How should I call you? How should you want me to address you?
Tammy Noll-Adams.
You see what's going on? She gonna throw that hyphen in there. So let me give some context to this conversation. You know, not long ago, maybe about February the 2nd, 2021, 2022, we decided to go ahead and jump the knot. So this episode, this Talk Your Truth Thursday episode, is going to be an impromptu discussion. Half the things we're going to talk about, I have not made you aware of.
No, not aware at all.
So we're just going to have an honest conversation.
Okay.
We're only going to have one take. We're not going to change it up, right?
That's fine. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Tammy.
Really? You're going to start off with that question?
Yeah. We got an audience of people that's interested, so don't be shy now.
I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother. I'm a realtor. I'm a national officer. I wear a whole lot of different hats. So you put up with all my hats that I put on. So.
Were you like a police officer or something?
No, I'm a little bit better than a police officer.
So what's better than a police officer?
I'm a realtor.
You're a realtor. So explain this national officer piece, if you don't mind.
I have been working towards serving on the Women's Council, and I am now a national officer, and I will be serving as the 2024 president-elect, and then 2025 I'll be the national president of the Women's Council of Realtors.
So all
you've
of
been
that
with me through this whole thing that started back in 2012.
But you know, being with you and seeing it live out itself is a little different. You know that, right?
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
So I understand your profession, right? We're married. You have a profession of leadership in a role at the national level. That's going to actually take a lot of time away from the home.
That's true.
You know, good thing our children are grown.
Grown.
You know.
Empty nesters, except for one dog named Palmer.
I'll say you're gonna throw all the info out there right now, right?
That's right. Well, you said this was about us.
It is. So
okay, we're empty nesters, no kids at the house. Thank you. But grandsons. If we totaled it all up, we'd have 6 grandchildren, grandsons. No girls.
No girls.
No girls.
So you keep count pretty good at all that. So let me bring in a couple of. Listen, y'all. Listen to me right now. This is really awkward for me. She's always talking, and I'm just trying to be a little.
Oh, y'all know that ain't true. You talk all the time.
But you do a lot of talking as well. So let's dive in some things. So we in this marriage, right?
Right.
And it's August the 15th, 2023.
That's right.
So explain to me in your own words why we haven't had a honeymoon yet.
Are you bringing the honeymoon up?
I'm bringing the honeymoon up.
We're going on Saturday.
Yeah, I know we're going on Saturday, but what took so long?
Because we had to plan and prepare it. You wanted to pick a specific area, a specific place. I wanted to just go. It didn't matter where we went.
You know, this is the first I'm hearing. Yes, it does matter where you went, because we could have went on down.
I just don't want to go to a casino. His thought process of having fun is casino. Period. Then I don't mind going to the casino. I like going to the casino, but not from sun up to sundown. I want to do sight tours and some sightseeing and stuff like that, and enjoy ourselves, not just casino all the time.
Well, I travel with you a lot, and when we go to these places, it's like it's meeting after meeting, right?
And then you always want to find a casino.
Then I always want to find a casino. Now, for the guys and the girls out there that enjoys a little casino lifestyle or living, that's one of my pastimes. I enjoy casinos.
All the time.
Now, you enjoy beaches.
Well, I'm not a beach bum. I'm not one of those. I'm not a beach bum. I like to lay out. I like to walk on the beach at night. And I like to go to a pool near a beach. So I don't like to go in the ocean. I saw Jaws too many times. So I just like to walk on the beach, collect, seashells, and enjoy the atmosphere. I like to run on the beach and walk Palmer on the beach. So I like the beach, but I'm not one that's going to lay out. You're not going to catch me laying out. That's not what I do.
Well, what's weird is that we're going to Hawaii, and that's an island. And for those who are tracking us, so to speak, we're not going to Maui. We're going to Waikiki, which is about a 45-minute flight from Maui. And if you're up on the news, there's some tragedies that's happening on the Maui island. So prayers and shout out to those individuals that have to be relocated and those who are being displaced because of the storms.
We almost weren't going to go, but I did call the hotel, and they said that they were not affected by. They've been affected because some of the islanders of Maui have come over into Honolulu, but they weren't affected by the fires.
That's
so
true.
they said it's still good to come, safe to come. Everything is opened up as normal. So
Okay.
we're gonna keep the plans and go.
So I've been throwing some softballs. All right.
What's the softball?
Softballs is a tee up conversation piece that's
Okay.
easy to segue into.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Why did you marry me?
Oh dear Lord! Why? Because
feeling
you
me or not?
asked.
Huh?
You finally asked, and I said yes. He finally asked, and I said yes.
So
No
that's
pressure. Listen, ladies, don't pressure them. Eventually, they're either going to come around or you're going to go, one or the other. So I waited and never asked him about marriage. Did I ever ask you about marriage? Tell the
No, it's
truth,
like
shame
hints.
the devil.
You didn't
What, a
ask.
hint?
It got like, listen, this
Oh,
is the
Lord.
truth. This is talk your truth. So there's hints
Okay,
that
give
goes
me
with
one
this
hint.
don't ask, huh?
One hint.
So how long are we going to be doing this? That's a hint.
Not what I said. That is not what
So
I
how
said.
long are we going to be doing it? That's a hint.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I never said that you had to marry me.
No, you didn't say that, but that's why it's called breadcrumb. I don't have a problem because I did ask.
Yeah,
right?
you did.
I thought that our business mindsets are lined up.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that, I'm in the real estate space as a broker. You're in the real estate space as a broker. A lot of the things we do it simultaneously. So we learn to enjoy each other and learn to be able to synchronize and stuff. So that's why it was okay for me to ask the question. I was going down that road and I wasn't in those streets like I used to be.
Right.
So it was a win-win for me. Some people say I married up.
You married
I
up.
don't know what that means when you're talking about married up. So
You didn't marry up. You married good. You married who you wanted to marry. You see, he talks about marriage because of brokerages and all this stuff. I married because of love. But really, we married. Really thought about it even harder during COVID, because the situation during COVID was that if your loved one was sent to the hospital, even if you were married, you couldn't get in the hospital. You
That's
couldn't
true.
really be there for your loved ones. That was hard for me because God forbid if something would have happened to you or to me, legally there would have been no lifeline to say, no, don't do this or yes, do that or let me talk to him. So those things weigh. Those are the things that used to weigh on my mind. The what ifs, and I think that I would always be that soft, still voice that in the event you ever did get hurt, that I could come to you and whisper in your ear and say, "Dude, you need to fight." As to where not being allowed to get in to say that used to give me nightmares at night. So I didn't need a piece of paper to know that I loved you and wanted to be with you. It was the legalities of
That's a good point.
if society wouldn't let me, be there for him.
That's a good
That
point,
was the main. That's the only peace of mind that I have now that I didn't have later.
We have a lot of friends that was affected by COVID.
Yeah, we did. We lost some very good.
Yeah, we
friends.
lost some really good friends affected by COVID.
Yeah.
So, still COVID is live today for those who playing around with the COVID. I got a friend, as a matter of fact, I talked to him yesterday. Scale of 1 to 10, he's about a 7 recovering from COVID. So y'all guys be safe out there. So let's transition one more time.
Okay.
All right. So in the relationship, in the marriage, do you believe, I'm asking you, do you believe that a husband and wife should put their finances together?
No, I do not.
Why not?
Well, I mean, if you get married at 18 and you're starting all of your stuff together, then, do it together. But when you come from, two different marriages with different sets of children and grandchildren, and, I lived on my own, and you lived on your own, no, I think that whatever I have is my responsibility, and whatever you have is yours. But we've always come in the middle for each other at every time.
Sure.
I'm not debt heavy, you're not debt heavy. But the responsibilities that I had originally, I still believe they're my responsibility. Just because I married you doesn't mean I'm just going to drop my debt on you.
We ain't having that. We ain't having that.
Well, no, I tell you, because he would have never dated a woman like that. You would have never dated a woman like that.
Well, no,
I mean, that's just not you.
Yeah, but when you talk finances, there's got to be a goal, right?
Yeah.
In my mindset, right? I'm a
agree.
retired military guy, so there's got to be a goal financially for the family, right? And mine is asset driven, right?
Right.
So I believe in accumulation of assets.
Right.
And yours is, I don't want to speak for yours is more like, you know what? I have grandchildren and I want them to experience, for example, you took your grandchildren to Disney World? What was it?
Yes. Disney.
Donald Duck Place.
Disney.
In Disney. And like all inclusive for 7 to 10 days. I don't know what that cost you. $14,000, $16,000, $18,000, right? Something like that?
Something like that.
So that was like a little too much for me. I'm like,
I was balling on the budget.
So I'm like, how, you know what I mean? I understand you love your grandchildren, but 14,
Those
16.
are children and grandchildren.
Same thing. Oh, so you pay for the adult children too?
Yeah, they're the children, and then there's the grandchildren. That was a once in a lifetime vacation. That was a once in a lifetime holiday that that we needed, and I felt like we needed that.
To synchronize the family.
Well, to synchronize the family, but also I took my oldest grandson, Nicholas, who is now 19, and he, I'm not going to say he bamboozled me, but what he said was, Mama, the other two boys, which is Nick and Nate, they've never been to Disney, so they're old enough now. I think it's time, we take them to Disney. And I was like, okay. And I said, well, do you remember Disney? And he said, I remember every moment of Disney, Mama, and I know the two little ones would love to go. And that's really all that had to happen, was a conversation with my firstborn. And when he said that, I said, okay, let's get this party going. But the kids helped out. I mean, the kids did their thing too on their part. But,
Sure.
I just...
But did you not know that on my calendar, you somehow last year added me to another trip to Disney World for the year 2023? So I don't see it on your calendar because I think we got busy.
Well, because they wanted you to come, and this is what I said. That's not his cup of tea. He doesn't do Disney. I mean, you may walk around and see some. Well, you've come with us.
Yeah, we did a big real estate event 6-9 months ago.
Well, you came before when we took the grandkids before. Yeah. You came. He's just not into. He doesn't do the rides very well. He's not.
No.
He does not do those when they lock you in and hold you down.
We ain't doing all that.
Well, we found out too when we went to the realtor thing at where'd we go? Harry
Disney.
Potter. No, we went to the Harry Potter.
Okay,
club.
Harry Potter. It's Universal.
Claustrophobic. We couldn't handle it. It was horrible. So I realized...
It was not horrible. It was just...
You were stuck in there. I had to hold your hand on the ride going,
oh, no.
Breathe, baby.
No.
Yes, I did.
You ain't pumping out this airborne. No, you ain't pumping.
You
now,
did.
I might have been affectionate.
His head was outside the gate like this, and I was like, I looked at him, I said, okay, just breathe, babe, just breathe. Close your eyes and you won't see
Are you
anything.
serious? Listen, for my airborne...
that's the truth.
1 second. For my airborne folks out there...
It's not airborne. You were in
Excuse
a
me,
ride.
Excuse me, ma'am. You talking UH-60s, you talking Black Hawks, you talking about all kinds of different, you talking about M1 Abrams, you talking about me riding and all of these things.
You was 18,
so
yeah.
if I'm holding you or hugging you,
I'm holding your hand.
I'm doing you a square. I'm helping you out. So I'm a transition.
That's not what
I'm a
happened.
transition because at
That's
the end.
not what happened.
Oh, that's not what happened?
No. You were so mad at me for putting you on that ride.
Mm.
And then
No, if it jerks,
you saw Deborah Gilmore and them afterwards. And they were like, are you guys going to ride it? We were done. Joe Kenny was with us. Joe Kenny, you were there.
My people don't know Joe Kenny.
Joe Kenny was there. Well, I'll let them know Joe Kenny.
Okay, so.
Joe Kenny's a past national president for the Women's Council of Realtors. She's here in the state of Georgia. However, she was with us. And she can attest. Any ride
that shakes my neck after I just had surgery on my neck for C2, 3, and 4 is not a good look.
Okay.
So that was the situation. It's supposed to have been child friendly, but the jerks and the twists and the turns. So for those who are like me, who jumped out of airplanes for a living and got some bumps and bruises, certain rides you just don't want to do no more because it just brings back memories. So if we could segue there, I think we'll be okay. So we've talked about a little bit about finances. So I agree. We're separated. Shout out to Tara and Ray, and because I believe they do it the same way. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Well,
I'm getting all of this.
5 years from now, I'll still be serving on the national line. It's almost an 8-year commitment once you start on that national line. It's something not to take lightly because once you're in, it's a commitment, and you definitely want to commit to the members from the very beginning. So that's a 5-year haul. I definitely want to continue teaching. I love what I do with Better Homes and Gardens and as an accelerated coach. So I really get a passion out of teaching. I miss teaching. You know how much I love to teach. So that's important for me. So that is a good thing that I can do. The good thing about your real estate license, you don't have to hang it up in 5 years. You can still do real estate, okay? And then once you reach a certain point where you don't want to do real estate, then you can still sell your book of business. So I mean, 5 years. I'm no hurry to stop selling real estate. I'm no hurry to stop, serving. I am a servant, and I know that about myself. I find joy and peace in serving others, and that's something that I do. I serve you.
I don't know about all that.
Oh,
you
no.
look out for me, but that serving thing, you look out for me, right?
All
now,
the
listen,
time. Don't even go there.
These are the challenges or the.
That's not a challenge.
I'm about to.
Oh, is it a challenge or is it challenge?
It's challenges
No
as you grow through and get to know folks, right? So in my 5-year plan, I don't know if I see working in that plan from that perspective, because I've kind of already in my life already accomplished most of the things I set my mind out to do. Now, I do believe in helping folks. And if I had to say what I know I will be doing 5 years from now, it would be involving in the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club. I still think there's a huge opportunity for people that are successful and understand protocols and processes to really give back. So that would, while you're out there doing the Women's Council thing for that 8-year trek, I'd probably be in a little segue and going to helping young folks shoot that ball, hit that ball, things of that nature, because that's where I came up from the city of Philadelphia.
Right.
You know, sports was important to me. So I think that there is a calling in my life to get back to helping folks so that we can pretty much help young men and women, reach their heights and potential by implementing things that I might have learned over the years.
Absolutely. I see that. You've done that you've done that your whole life. You've always taken
But I
care
really
of
want to give it a little more energy, right?
I agree.
A little more pizzazz, if I could say that.
I agree.
So I'm gonna give you a chance to ask me a couple of questions, and we're pretty much, this is just an introduction of Oliver Adams and Tammy Noll-Adams. We're one now, so we haven't really even introduced our team concept on how we're going to collectively change the world in essence, and that's coming. But as of right now, we both have different responsibilities and roles, and of course, we're kind of like a family of excellence. We believe in that. So I'll give you a chance maybe to ask me one or two questions, and just don't throw no low balls.
Okay, it's not a low ball. So I'll give you a question. You didn't really cook until we got married. I was the cook. No, not really. That's a lie too. We would always go out to dinner. But now he's cooking, and he loves to cook. Well, I think he loves. I bought him some pots and pans for Christmas.
So what's the question?
Tells you anything. So do you really like cooking? Do you find peace in cooking? I think you do.
I don't think I'm the chef type. I believe that, my mom, rest her soul, she told all of us, listen, you better learn how to cook, because at the end of the day, if there's nobody there, you're going to want to eat. And going out is cool, but now it's expensive. The food is, in most cases, not the best for your body. So, yes, I cook. And I cook because you don't.
See, there he goes.
No,
okay, that's not true.
So there's a trade-off. I'm going to give him the trade-off. No,
you cook because, I had to cough on that one. You cook because you like your food spicy.
I don't eat spicy.
Okay, you like it seasoned.
Yeah, lightly seasoned.
Lightly. Okay. So, ladies, if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, and your significant other is constantly over your shoulder, how much salt? How much pepper? How much this? How much that? What heat do you have it on? My God, why cook? I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna leave. You cook.
Oh, she's
so now what I do is go grocery shopping, buy the things that you like.
She's smooth with this.
Okay,
You see this
and then I'll bring the food out for him to prepare, and then I clean. Ladies, all he really does is turn on the kettle, put his spices on there, put it in. Now he does a really good job at it because I like that. So I can just tell you that I like the fact that you cook, because I'm not a cooker, I'm a baker. I love to bake. I love the holidays. I love doing, but I love to do it when the whole family comes over, then I will get all the cooking and the baking and all that going. But on an average night, you do all the cooking.
Oh, yeah. If I come from the gym working out with my folks,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I already thought about what it is I want to eat. I like fresh fish. I like fresh vegetables, a little bit on the carb side, because I'm always running. This is a machine to me. And at my age, I need to make sure I stay straight. So if I know I'm going to consume something and I take a look at it, that's important to me. You know, I was looking at a video today, and these two guys, a guy and a girl on Instagram, was talking to this one guy, and he said, look, we withdrew your black card because he couldn't dance, he couldn't play spades, he couldn't do things of that nature. So he had to go to this committee. And the committee's like, you know what, you're back here trying to get your black card. So let me see you do the electric slide. And the guy was doing the electric slide. He like, get that kick in there. So he did the kick. I was like, oh man. So they said, you know what? You get your black card back. He said, listen, go get some chicken. And then you got some hot sauce in the corner. And he paused and said, well, I don't do hot sauce. They were like, let me get that black card back off of you real quick. The moral of the story is that I think has a lot to do with upbringing, right? I grew up with a lot of soul food. I grew up with a lot of really good cookers in my family and my relationship. And I don't know if you've done the same thing, but I know you specialize in a couple of things. Like breakfast, I don't cook breakfast.
No, he does not cook breakfast.
I don't touch the breakfast.
I mean,
I see people, and I'm going to give it to you. I see people going out there and spending 30, 50, 75 hours on these brunches. I'm telling you, if you call the Adams resident and say, hey, listen, what you got for Sunday breakfast? Dude, she puts the spread out. That's with the mimosas if that's what you're doing. Yeah. Or the brown if that's what you're doing. And she do it this quick. So shout out to how your breakfast skills are like bar none.
Well, shout out to your dinners too, babe, because they are very good. Very, very good.
See how we came in the middle. Take some notes, fella, but you got to stand up now. Every once in a while, you got to let them know how you feel about certain things. Lord. So is there any other questions you want to ask me before we go ahead and wrap this up?
No, I can ask you offline.
Okay. But I'm going to ask you one more question.
Oh, goodness. Okay, go ahead.
So, I know you wear your hairstyle.
Oh, yeah. Don't even go there.
I'm just a question.
Now I'm going to come back on you. Go ahead.
So now I'm going to go there. We're having fun, right? We're having fun. There's a lot of things maybe you don't know about Oliver and Tammy, as some folks think we walk hand in hand, but we see things a little different, but we come together in the middle. So here's the thing. That hairstyle that you have, which is beautiful. Y'all see the hairstyle?
Yes,
beautiful.
I love it.
She refused to change that thing up.
That's not true.
One bit.
No, this is the deal. If I even say that I'm about to let it grow out, and are you going to get your hair cut anytime soon?
That's
your
true.
Hair's getting a little long. Okay, so even when I say that I'm going to let it grow out and try to do something different, as soon as it gets a little long, are you going to the hairdresser? I'm like, when your man asks you going to the hairdresser, that says one of two things. Either your hair's looking raggedy or time to change it up. So I go and get my hair cut. And as soon as he says, man, your hair looks really good. She did a great job. And that would be Michelle. She's my hairdresser out in DeKalb. Thanks, Faith Reed, for that.
Well, you know what? That's true.
Yeah.
If it starts growing, I'm asking questions, right?
You do.
So, but people do wear these things called wigs nowadays,
I can't
right?
do no wigs.
You remember that time you tried to throw that wig on?
I did.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
No, I scared him to death. I put on this hair, and I got dialed up and had this long hair on, and walked out, and it scared him. Ugh. He was scared. He goes, please tell me you have your hair on underneath there. And I pulled the wig off, and he goes, okay, point taken. I'm never going to ask you to let your hair grow out.
Yeah, I mean, I stay out of that business. I stay out of the purse business. I stay out of the hair business. I don't go in nobody purses.
No.
I just think that's taboo, right?
Right.
There's some things, do's and don'ts, that I think people should do in a relationship. But who am I, right?
Right.
So give me 2 do's and 2 don'ts. I'll give you 2 do's and 2 don'ts, and then we call it quits.
2 do's.
To do in a relationship, okay?
Okay, well, let me start off with the 2 don'ts.
Okay, start with 2
Don't ever go to bed angry. Never go to bed angry. Always find a common ground before you go to bed. And don't ever back down, because sometimes ladies, they want a good fight. They're not a fight, not fist fight, but they want a good argument. I'm not one to just because you say so. That's not how I am, and he knows that about me. So it's always good to have a little good debate back and forth with each other. Do hug and do kiss before you leave, because that's important. You never know when you might see them again. And do let them be who they are, because they're going to be who they are anyways, and you want them to be who they are in the confines of your home and around you always. So those are my do's and my don'ts.
Well, I'll start with my don'ts. Don't try to talk to me through a wall. Hey, Oliver. Hey, Oliver.
Don't yell.
No, it's don't talk to me through the wall. If I can see your face, we can talk.
Okay.
But if I can't see your face, there's no need to try to project, because it's not that serious.
Well, there's only 2 of us in the house, right? So if I'm yelling Oliver, I'm assuming I'm the only one that's doing it.
But they got like cell phones for that now. I learned that
He
from
wants
my
me
daughter.
He wants me to text him from downstairs to upstairs.
Yeah, if you don't see my face, no need to try to talk through the wall.
Okay, I won't do
Right?
that.
That's my don't, right?
Okay.
And don't call me 2 times after you called me 1 time. If I see the missed call, I see the missed call. I'll get back to that missed call. No need to follow up with another call 3 minutes, 2 minutes later. So they my don'ts. Don't go calling me again. I seen the missed call. Right?
Okay, next.
My do's, right? Do make sure you compliment your wife, your spouse, your significant other. And it don't have to be big. It's just notice something unique and try to throw that compliment out there, right? Mm-hmm. And do pull up the toilet seat after you went to the bathroom. Because or put the toilet seat down. Not up. Down. Okay, going up is the easy part, but just put it back down. So I will do that. I will pull it back down after I left it up, right?
I never knew that about him when we were dating. I never noticed
it. It's like a personal thing, guys. You lift it up, guys. You do your business. You get on out of there. Nobody's trying to pull it back down. Because we're not sitting down.
Well, I do sit. I don't stand.
Yeah, but I forgot about you behind me. I just hit on my business, and that's how I get it. So that's what I will do.
And if you use the last roll of toilet paper, put a new roll back. That'd be really good. I just had to add 1 more in there. Just go get another roll and put it in there, and I'm happy at that point.
I can see that as a challenge. I'm gonna work on that. I'll work on that. Hey, y'all, listen. Thank you for tuning into another podcast episode. And again, Tammy, my wife, Noll, appreciate you joining me today and being transparent. And I hope y'all got something out of this. We got more coming in the future. And I'm going to try to bring some other topics that I think folks might like. And so far, what I'm getting on feedback, people are enjoying these.
Okay, good. Absolutely. Well, this will be good.
Well, you get this out to all your friends and family.
I will. I'll send it out.
Thank y'all very much.
Bye, guys.